It seems to be we are live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our third edition of Mind-Body Connection series. My name is Zoran Milicic, and I'm a kinesiologist. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about neck pain and how to quickly alleviate it using some powerful kinesiology corrections. So, many of us experienced neck pain, especially in today's world, when we are really challenged to keep up with modern life demands. There are different things we can do about it, and in most cases, the corrections that I'm going to show you tonight are very powerful, and in most cases they are going to alleviate the majority of the pain, if not completely heal it. So let's have a look first at the mechanics of our neck and which muscles are involved, and then I will show you different things how to actually fix it yourself. Okay, so let me share my screen for you. So hold on a second. Okay, so basically this is just an anatomical chart showing different muscles that are involved in our neck, and this is the anterior or front view. Now the whole group of muscles, they're also called neck triangles, but this whole group of muscles, they're really called anterior neck flexors, right? So the one that I'm going to isolate from all of these separately, I'm going to talk about it, is this muscle here. It's called sternocleidomastoidicus or sternocleidomastoid muscle. It really connects the mastoid process at the back of your head, approximately there. And then it travels along the front, and it attaches here to one head to sternum and the other to clavicle bone, right? So that muscle we will look at separately. But anyway, this is basically how it all looks. So this is anterior view. This is the posterior view. And this group of muscles also, we can call them posterior neck flexors. There's a lot of muscles there basically joining in the movement of the neck, and in a lot of cases the problem we experience at the front because the posterior or back muscles are stiff. So this side, this is the view from the side, and the muscle I was talking about at the beginning, sternocleidomastoidicus, it's this one here. Okay, it looks kind of thick here, but it's fairly flat muscle, and it can cause a lot of problems being in contracted state. So this is basically how it all looks. And also this one here, this is upper trapezius muscle. So if we link these muscles to our internal organs or meridians, here at the front, majority of these muscles, they are governed by our stomach meridian, as well as the posterior neck flexors, these muscles here. But this one here, upper trapezius, that muscle really is on kidney meridian, right? So, in terms of internal organs and meridians, we're looking at stomach and kidney. Metaphorically, stomach is about our ability or inability to digest things that come into our life, whether they're events, people, things like that. and kidney generally is about fear of many kinds of fear. Okay, so that's basically as far as the meridians and internal organs are concerned. But let's have a look at the metaphorical connection for this issue. Oftentimes, it actually reveals that we are inflexible or rigid, or we are hesitating in certain things in our life. For example, to change our position or to adopt a new environment, or hesitating or being reluctant in our communication. So communication is really a big aspect of neck pain. Because we humans we have great ability to compress things in us, and due to our social survival, we put ourselves in a different position, so we basically subdue a lot of things, and we don't say our truth. Also, it could be to do with many things that we accumulate in our life, and they're really burdening us. They're sitting literally on our neck. So these are things to consider when we do corrections, because as we start massaging certain points, it is very important to also trigger the cellular memory or memory of trauma, so that we connect correction points with the actual our position in life, and then we shift the energy from negativity to positivity. So these are valid points to think about. The next point here, once when we consider the metaphorical connection linked to our neck pain, we can then start looking at how to do corrections. So there are some very powerful and easy points that you can do yourself, and they're so powerful you'll really be surprised. You just have to go through this process and give it a try. Some of this stuff is local and acute and will be alleviated immediately. Some of the other stuff, it needs more work, right? But in this video, I catered for all needs. So let's have a look at these neurolymphatic points. We have them at the front of our body and at the back of the body. I will actually show them separately when I stop sharing my screen. But the ones at the front, they are really here. If you touch with your thumbs, if you touch this anterior part of your body, so when you bend your arms like so, so where your thumbs touch your skin here, these are the points to massage, and they are the neurolymphatic points, which will release the anterior neck flexes. Actually, they will strengthen them, and they will release the posterior ones. So you will gain the balance of front agonist and back antagonist, and vice versa, right? Another point is here. It's actually right there on the inside of this elbow joint. Okay, right in there. Usually it's very painful. This is neurolymphatic points that belongs to kidney meridian, and it will on both sides. Of course, we always do both sides. It will look after upper trapezius muscle, which really provides left and right lateral movement of the head. And then at the back of our neck, so starting from approximately bottom of our cranium or skull, all the way to C7, so C1 to C7. Next to the spine, we basically massage these points like so with our fingers. Right, so always be careful that you don't hurt yourself. Neurolymphatic points need to be massaged and not only just touched, but always go to the level of the pain and don't go any further than that. Okay, so the point is not here to hurt ourselves. The point here is to massage the point so that we achieve the proper lymph flow that's been blocked. Okay, so that will release these muscles. The next point is to do with auricular energy, and this is one of the magic things about kinesiology. It provides for really quick and powerful points, and this is one of them. This technique is called auricular energy correction, and basically it is done in relation to the painful neck position. So we don't really massage these points if neck doesn't hurt. So we basically move our head either left or right, and we place our head in the position where there's a slight feeling of the pain, and then we massage the earlobe all the way from the upper part to the bottom. We massage it vigorously, kind of like trying to unfold the earlobe, and we massage that from the inside towards outside with a firm pressure, like so. I'll show you that separately, while maintaining the head in the painful position or at the beginning of the pain. So once when we do that, we can reset at the neutral position and go back, and we will notice that head is actually going further than the painful point. So it will actually release a lot of neck tension here. Now for the advanced seeker, energy center called chakra, in particularly throat chakra. This is fifth chakra, if we go from bottom up. This chakra looks after this whole area, this segment of our body, and the connection with this chakra is really about our communication or lack of it. So the manifestation of blockage is when we are not speaking our own truth, when we are basically hearing but not listening, and particularly not listening to ourselves. We always start from ourselves. And then in terms of emotional expression, we appear mild and placid on the outside, but we are really angry and aggressive on the inside. So the more we compress things that we wanted to say, but we never said, due to many reasons. One of them is the social survival, because we always think if I say my truth based on the memories from the past, I may be reprimanded, or this person will say this and the other. The whole conflict will resolve. So these are the what if dramas of our life, and quite often because of that we keep quiet. Therefore, we miss the opportunity to express our truth and maybe change something towards better. Not speaking our truth has sometimes their consequences. You see, sometimes when we speak our truth, we may save somebody's life, you know. It's always good to say things the way it is. It may cause some conflict or turbulence or disturbance, but at least being the truth, it will resolve the issue. So that's basically, you know, what happens. But most of the time, we fear that somebody will react on our truth or what we think it is, and it will resolve in conflict, which we're trying to avoid all the time. Okay. Now, from the physical body perspective and physiology of our body, the first focus is on larynx, so our voice box, because that's our communication power. Second is our vestibular system, which is, you know, the previous correction which I showed you, the auricular energy, right? So this is the hearing aspect. Then thyroid gland and parathyroid gland. So a lot of times I come across people with problems with thyroid glands because they compress things inside of them, and they never really spoke their truth. So things to consider when we do these corrections, and particularly, we go back and we think about our inflexibilities, our hesitations in life, our lack of communication, things that are sitting on our neck, things that we didn't communicate and we needed to communicate, to whom, and so on. Okay, so there are the things to think about while we're doing these corrections. And also one of the glands, which is quite often ignored, is the parathyroid gland. Very important gland, but actually there are the 4 nodules sitting right behind thyroid gland. So the thyroid gland and parathyroid gland are very important in maintaining the healthy bones and calcium and phosphate levels, or basically a mineral status of our bones and body. And now further, for more advanced seekers, if more work is needed to energize throat chakra, enhance that aspect of our life in communicating our truth, we can meditate using these hand positions, which are mudras, which will certainly energize that part of our body and this chakra. So communication will be improved. And we can also chant this mantra, which is in Sanskrit language, Om Agnaya Yanmaya Swaha. And it's always good to chant 108 times, and we do it either 21 or 41 days every day consecutively. So I'll just turn this off and I'll go again through these correction points. I'll show you. Okay, so basically we start first with assessing the neck movement and looking at the painful position. So we're going to first do the neurolymphatic points, because that seems to work immediately in releasing the muscle tension. So the first points are these ones here. So you bend your arms like so, and where your thumbs touch the front part of your body or trunk, approximately there in the level of your shoulders, approximately there, you will feel all this area often is very sensitive with women in particular. And then you can massage it simply like this in circular motion, like so. You massage it for a minute or two. And while you're massaging that, think about the inflexibilities of your life. Where are we rigid? Where are we resisting to adopt or change or accept things? Think about things that we haven't said, we should have said, or vice versa, things we said and we shouldn't have said. That also counts as well as our communication. Think about situations where we are consistently not listening to ourselves and going against ourselves, being dishonest towards ourselves. Think about things that are sitting on your neck, things that we deem as challenges or problems. Okay, so once when you finish with those points, you can then massage the posterior points, like you use tips of your 4 fingers, like so, and you just gently massage that. Don't go too deep. Don't go into the pain, and if you feel any dizziness, that means you are probably on the wrong spot. Okay, so just back off a little bit and just massage gently and slowly. Okay, and consider all these things that we mentioned as metaphorical connections. And once you finish, breathe deeply in and out and have a glass of water. Okay, so once when that is done, we then assess the movement of our head, left and right. So let's say if I feel the pain on my right side, I will basically start without moving my eyes. Eyes must be straight ahead. So I'll start turning my head towards the point where I feel the slightest pain. Okay, so don't go right into the pain. So go to the point where you feel the slightest pain, and then stop there. And then with both hands, grab your, in my case, right ear, and then I'll show you like this. You grab your ear like this, and you start unfolding it from the inside towards outside, and be quite firm, and just massage this vigorously in this position, like so. Okay, and once when you finish with that side, you can then do the other side without moving your head, like so. Okay. While you're doing this, again, think about the metaphorical connections that I mentioned, particularly things that are putting us in contraction in life instead of expanding us, because we didn't communicate, we didn't say our truth, or we didn't listen to ourselves, so there was some situation which we didn't digest properly, we didn't take what's ours from it, and we didn't pass further things which are not really ours. So there are different things, and they're all most likely relating to our communicational efforts. Okay, so we do these points. Okay, once when we are finished, we slowly return back to the neutral position, which is looking straight ahead, and then we breathe in and out deeply, like so, and then we slowly start going again in that painful position. We will notice that actually head is going further than the pain, the original pain position, and we may discover that there's more pain but further towards here. And then if there's more pain, if we feel it needs to we need to pay attention to it, repeat exactly the same correction, except that your head will be now in the new pain position. And then once you're finished, we set it back here, and so on. So you can repeat this for every side. So it's very simple. So I'll just repeat everything so far. So we massage these points here, neural lymphatic points here and here. Okay, they are there. So there, massage both sides. So once when you're done with that, then find the painful position of your neck, massage your right, in my case, right lobe, and then the left first. So in other words, you massage the painful side first and then the opposite side. And then come back to the neutral position, and then go further and further and so on until you are completely satisfied that your neck is actually moving without any obstructions. And then if you want to explore throat chakra further, you can always meditate using this mudra, like so. Okay, so you connect tips of your fingers, right? So you connect little finger to little finger. You basically interlock them like this, like so, right? And then you form a position like this. All these mudras, they are basically held without any pressure, any strength. So they are held gently, like so. And basically, you can meditate holding this for a couple of minutes, 2, 5, 10 minutes, depends. You will feel a lot of energy going through this part of the body. And also you can enhance it by chanting this mantra, particular mantra for throat chakra, Om Agnaya Yanmaya Swaha. Okay, so you can go back to this video and you can have a look exactly how it's spelled. And the suggestion is that you chant this 108 times either 21 or 41 days every day. So I hope this information is helpful for you. Try it. There's no limit to repeating these exercises. You can repeat this as many times per day as you like, as you feel, or use them as per need. They are very easy to use. Our bodies are kind of fantastic in a way, because a lot of things that we can heal ourselves, the point's actually on the body, so we don't need to go inside of the body to fix things. And it's very important when we're dealing with the physical pain that we always maintain our mind or our focus on the actual causal layer. And this is basically what I call metaphorical connection. It is to do with communication or lack of it. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments or share your experiences, please do write to us. You can leave your comments underneath this video, and I will see you all next Sunday. Thank you very much and have a good evening. Bye-bye.